The state now criminally investigating a local court clerk who's making a small fortune at her job. It comes after years-long scrutiny of clerks pocketing your passport fees.
Yeah, this was unbelievable when we learned about it. Atlanta News First Investigates has been on top of this case. Sierra Cummings joins us here in studio. And Sierra, this dates back to some of our reporting, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Our investigation revealed court clerks around the state were legally allowed to pocket fees for processing your passport applications. Many personally collected hundreds of thousands of dollars on top of their salaries. They faced backlash, but now the Cobb County clerk could face criminal consequences after being accused of going too far.
The case stems from this whistleblower letter. A former employee told Cobb commissioners that Superior Court Clerk Connie Taylor got an open records request which asked for documentation of all the fees she'd collected from passport applications. Instead of providing those records, Clerk Taylor ordered staff to destroy them. The letter claims. It's unclear what those documents would have revealed, but our investigation found when you apply for your passport, there are two fees. The $130 application fee by law must go to the federal government. The $35 processing fee goes to the clerk's office. Then it's up to the clerk to either keep the money or redirect the funds to the county budget. The GBI began investigating Cobb County Clerk Connie Taylor back in 2022. Last month, they handed over their findings to the Georgia Attorney General's office.
Now the Attorney General's office is reviewing the case files. After our reporting for the last 2 years, Georgia lawmakers passed Senate Bill 19 this session. It mandates clerks to now disclose how much money they're pocketing from passport fees. That's if Governor Brian Kemp signs the bill into law.